Hello everyone. If you created a new project using .NET 9, you may notice that Swagger is not configured by default. But this is not to say that it's not possible to use it. So I'm bringing this video to demonstrate how to configure Swagger in .NET 9 and to show you an alternative called Scalar, which can be used instead of Swagger. In the end of this video, you can choose the alternative that best meets your needs. Let's get started. Let's create a new project in the Visual Studio 2022. I will choose the ASP.NET Core Web API option. Let's put a name for our project. Click in the next button. In Framework, we will select the .NET 9. And let's leave it marked the Enable Open API Support. Click in the Create button. We have our project created, so let's run it to test. Okay, our project is running in 17 to 32 port. So if you try to access Swagger endpoint, you can see that is not configured. And to set up Swagger in .NET 9 project, it will be necessary to add the Swashbuckle library. Okay, let's select the swashbuckle.aspnetcore.swagger UI library. Click in the install button. Okay, the next step is to edit the program.cs file. And below offline app.map open API, we will add the app.use Swagger UI options Swagger endpoint, and you will need to send two parameters. The first one is the OpenAPI JSON path / OpenAPI / v1.json. And the second parameter is the name of our API, Swagger and Scalar example. Okay, let's execute our project. Okay, our project is running successfully. Let's try access the Swagger again. Okay, we have Swagger configured in our project. And another alternative is to use the Scalar instead of Swagger. For that, we're gonna go back to our project, and it's necessary to add a new library. Let's search for Scalar. Okay, let's install these options and go back to program.cs file. Below the Swagger configuration, let's add a new line code, app.map Scalar API reference, and let's run our project again. Okay, our project is running successfully. Let's try access Scalar. For that, access Scalar / v1. Okay, we can see the Scalar was set up successfully in our project. As of the time of recording this video, I have encountered problems using Swagger with Docker. That it is, I will demonstrate you. Go back to Visual Studio. Let's add the Docker support. Let's create an image of our project, Docker build. Let's put a name for our image, Swagger Scalar. Okay, let's execute our Docker image. docker run Swagger scaler. Let's try access our application. Okay, our API is running successfully. Let's try access the Swagger. Let's go back to Visual Studio. In the program.cs file, we can comment this condition, or in the Docker file, we can add the environment variable to our application running in the development mode. Env ASP.NET Core underscore environment equals development. Let's create a new image. Let's execute our image again. Now go back to browser and we'll try the Access Swagger again. Okay, we can see that Swagger can see our domain. Let's try to execute the endpoint. And we got this error. And the same problem occurs with Scalar, but it's possible to solve. We can see that the Scalar can see the domain of our application. And to solve this problem to Scalar, it's very simple. Go back to Visual Studio, and in the program.cs file, let's put this configuration to Scalar. Options.servers equals an empty array. Let's create a new Docker image for our application. Let's execute our Docker image again. And to go back to browser, let's to check if Scalar working. Okay, problem solved. Let's to test. And that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. I would like to take this opportunity to ask you to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will post a new video soon.